how to compress lifetimes of experience into hours. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 789 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. And this message is dedicated to Ryan Gonzalez on his birthday. History's greatest minds have recognized the power of biographies as educational tools across centuries. Napoleon's perspective was that if he could design an education for his son, it would focus specifically on historical biographies. He said, quote, "My son should read much history and meditate upon it. It is the only true philosophy. Let him read and meditate upon the wars of the great captains. It is the only way to learn the art of war." Mark Andreessen, who created Netscape, said, "There are thousands of years of history in which lots and lots of very smart people worked very hard and ran all types of experiments on how to create new businesses, new technology, new ways to manage, etc. They ran these experiments throughout their entire lives. At some point, somebody put these lessons down in a book. For very little money and a few hours of time, you can learn from someone's accumulated experience. There is so much more to learn from the past than we often realize. You could productively spend your time reading experiences of great people who have come before, and you learn every time." Elon Musk, when asked what business books he read to learn to become an entrepreneur, said, "Well, I don't read business books. I read biographies." Charlie Munger was a consistently vocal advocate for biographical learning. He called it making friends with the imminent dead. He said, quote, "I am a biography nut myself, and I think when you're trying to teach the great concepts that work, it helps to tie them into the lives and personalities of the people who developed them. I think you learn economics better if you make Adam Smith your friend. One is actually better off reading 100 business biographies than 100 books on investing, because through biographies, we learn when the businesses had tough times and how they got through them. We also learn what made them great or not so great." The better story to tell yourself is that I collect the clues that others have left behind so I can copy their successes and avoid their failures. The most inexpensive experiences to learn from are the experiences of others. You don't have to learn everything the hard way by trial and error. Churchill said, "The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you can see." Tom Peters said, "Humans are surprisingly bad at copying successful ideas." Again, Charlie Munger said, "Learning from the success and failures of others is the fastest way to get smarter and wiser without a lot of pain." Find out what the people do who are successful in your field and do that. Collect, compare, and copy. Success leaves clues. Tell me a story of a biography that you learned a valuable lesson to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. You can always leave a comment on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.